What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pliyo, and today we're gonna do a deep dive on the new Cait Sith banner. Look at this funny cat. Seventh heaven on the back. Really nice. I would love to have this jacket, to be honest. 7H graffiti style. Look at these necklaces with a bird, with this kind of like enemies. 3 stars. It's really funny. Even the glasses have heaven, and even the cat has gold souther on the back. Really, really funny outfit. I really like this one, to be honest. It's funny. I like Cait Sith being the meme, and I like him doing this kind of thing. So I'm all up for this kind of outfits. The only challenge that I see in this banner is that it's a limited one, and with banners being limited, you need to be extremely careful because you might not get any new chance to pull on this weapon, especially outfits. We never get chances unless they release a token or something like that in anniversaries, but in general it's extremely rare. So think twice about pulling on this banner. Well, that's what we are here to talk about, right? So let's look into the stats. Cool Cat's jacket, reprieve, and Cool Cat's hat. Okay, attack, stun, command gouge max, physical and magic ability damage 10%. This is really nice. Buff on the buff extension. Buff on the buff, effect duration, plus 40%, even better. And Reprieve. Reprieve is one of the best abilities in the game right now. Not only because it allows you to come back to life, it will also make you immune during a few seconds, which are critical in this game, where every second matters. So this outfit has extreme value if you want to build your Cait Sith, if you need a better support unit that will benefit from the effect durations and the extra damage and the things that Cait Sith can do, which we're going to look into today, right? So let's look into the weapon now. At level 120, 664 physical attack is not the highest, but it's decent. And with the cost of 4 ATBs, it does 710% physical lightning damage. Enfeeble is applied. Okay, very nice. It's the second unit that can do Enfeeble. And when Cait Sith HP is 50% or more, physical attack increase to all allies mid, and then it can go up to high. So on your second hit, you're already high. It boosts physical attack to all allies, and it boosts lightning potency. These weapons are extremely useful to have in your second row, and it also breaks Circle Sigil. Very solid weapon, not only because Murasame used to do 750%, so it almost does the same damage as the first feature weapon that we got in the game. The key thing here is that it does Enfeeble. Granting physical attack is an extra thing, which is not bad at all. But granting Enfeeble, being the second unit, the only second unit that can do this one, is very interesting. And because of that, I prepare this whole page discussing options that we have now thanks to this weapon. Okay, so let's remember that Cait Sith has Witch Broom that does magical defense decrease mid and also lightning resistance decrease high. Now, if you combine both things together, Cait Sith has now become the best lightning support unit in the game. It doesn't matter if it's physical or magical. It can help in both because lightning resist is generic, lightning resist down is generic, and with Enfeeble, that you have it, then you have the best support. Also, as an extra, it does magical defense down, so it will be even better for magical fights, but it can also help in physical fights, of course. And if we compare to the previous Enfeeble weapon, so Seed Rocket Lance used to give us 620% magical non-elemental damage, Enfeeble, and Ice Resist. So this weapon is like a combination of all the support that you need, which is good, but it doesn't do elemental damage. So Cait Sith continues being the unit the support unit that he used to be, which is offensive support. So it does damage and also help the rest of the party. So if you can combine this with Cloud, for example, I think everybody has the Murasame. Unless you are newer to the game, then you might have other things. But this is extremely useful if you are looking to build your lightning teams. Maybe that's something to think about. Do you want to build your lightning teams? Do you want to build Cait Sith? That's debatable because the only challenge that I see 2 drawbacks, right, on this banner. First of all, it's limited. So either you go at least to, let's say that you have only 1 copy, right? So it's only 380. You have Enfeeble, but the physical attack is only low, and mid you can get physical attack for another buy using other means. This could still be nice. Just one copy could be nice because it's enfeeble. Ouroboros 6 is 590%, which with brands, you might get it to 600%, which is pretty decent, to be honest. And then enfeeble is applied. But then at that point, you need to go deep into the banner to get OB6. If we look at the odds, let's say that we're going to draw, one second, not this one. This one, Stamp Scar. So we have 3 guaranteed, but in page 3, that's it, that's gone. So 3 guaranteed copies, 4 guaranteed copies. You need to be lucky to get OB6. And then the key thing is like, do you really want to build your Cait Sith? Anyhow, that's a deeper question. We will get into that in a second. So, as we were saying, with only 1 copy, 380%. And I want to highlight other physical lining options that we have. So we only have 2. Sinogre Blade, which is also limited. So I don't know if we will ever see this again. It could do 940% physical if you have it on level 120. Plus, if Zack is HP's first 70% or more, it does 1.2 extra damage, plus brands, etc. So it can do a lot of damage. And then Murasame, which is feature. So you could always get it, 750 flat, physical attack and lightning potency. Now, the thing is, do we need this weapon that will do enfeeble? Do we want to use Cait Sith? So one of the alternatives that I thought of is Aerith, because Aerith is the best healer and probably the best support in the game. Because look at this. So with Kamura, if you have Kamura and Terra, 2 limited weapons. So I appreciate this is not for everyone, but if you have those, you can get physical attack increase and also magical defense. And with Terra, you could get the lightning resistance decrease high. So then with 2 weapons, you don't have enfeeble, okay, but you get the same effect. You have lightning resist down and physical attack increase. You are not doing damage, all right? Someone else needs to do the damage, but you could be acting as a support unit in the same slot that Cait Sith will play. So that's like a really good option. And yeah, it helps us by not pulling on the banner, which is we always need to think, in my opinion, we always need to think, should I really pull on this banner? Or is it better if I save? Look at so many things that are coming. The Academy outfits, the new crossover with Dragon Quest, then the anniversary in oh my God, like in September. So many things that I will say, please consider saving, because the anniversary is going to be 4 banners, at least, limited banners with groundbreaking abilities, maybe even a new unit. Imagine, you want to have at least, I will say, 120k blue crystals at the very least. I will recommend a bit more than that, to be honest, but at least 120k blue crystals. So yeah, I would say even 200 crystals. Like I have right now 149 and 78 premium tickets. So I don't think I have that many saved for anniversary, because in anniversary you want to OB10 everything that is there. Well, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But what do you think? What do you think about this stuff? And by the way, if you like this type of content, please consider throwing a like and subscribe to the channel. Now that I said that, let's continue with teams that you can use, right? If you don't pull on Cait Sith, right? So you could use the classic Murasame and maybe Baja Rod, Baja Weapon. Then the option that I share here, Kamura and Terra. And then Angel could be your support unit doing physical defense down and then provoke and build, okay? If you have those options, of course. This is more like on the sustain side. You're not going to do much damage. With this setup, it will be really difficult to clear stage 4 in the guild battle, but maybe you can clear with ease, something like stage 2 or 3. Now, if you pull on Cait Sith, okay? Remove this weapon, right? This one is, I don't have the new weapon, but imagine that is the new weapon, right? So you could build Cait Sith as the best lightning support unit. Then Cloud could come to do lightning DPS, physical lightning DPS, and Zack could also come. This is my Zack. Maybe you have a better one. It could come to do not only physical lightning DPS, but also physical defense down with Cutlass, right? So then you have like a massive DPS. If you can survive, I'm sure you can clear easily stage 3 and 4 with something like this. because you will be doing so much damage with Enfeeble, with lightning resistant down, with all the lightning damage. I think that would be amazing. But I don't know if I'm gonna pull on this banner yet. Now the meta, I think, could be maybe like you delegate the ability to do lightning resistant down and physical attack up to Aerith potentially. And then Cait Sith just applies damage. Imagine, again, this weapon should be the new one. I don't have it. Imagine that is the new weapon. Then physical damage. Maybe this is a way. And then also Aerith could be removing fatigue. Between these two, it's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be the meta. Between these two for this guild fight. Now the question is, will this weapon work in other scenarios that is not lighting? And the answer is yes. And this is the most important thing, in my opinion, that we can find in this weapon. The most important thing is, do you want to build Cait Sith as your support unit? Because maybe you don't have Seed, or maybe you don't like Red 13 or Barret as much. So this is a reminder of other things that Cait Sith has to offer. He has Gold Megaphone, which is fire resistant decrease high. Okay, with this one, with fire resistant decrease high and the new weapon, even if you just have one copy, you could do Enfeeble. Therefore, you will have the best fire support unit in the game today, right? Which is really interesting if you need more fire support. Not only that, he has a free weapon that you can farm with the summons that does ice resistant decrease mid and lightning resistant decrease mid in case that you don't have the feature weapon. So this will take ice resistant to high and lightning resistant to high with Enfeeble, right? So this is very interesting as well in case that you need more on the ice resistant department because maybe you don't have Seed, or maybe you don't have like a good Barret or a good Red 13 that could help you with ice resistant. Maybe you're newer to the game, and in that case, this weapon, the new weapon, the limited one, could give you this option. On top of that, he also have Green Megaphone, which is water resistant decrease high. Now, water resistant decrease high plus Enfeeble makes this probably the best support water unit, which is, again, really good because it will work not only in water magical fights, but also water physical fights. So extremely powerful as well. Also has a Stilva Megaphone, which is like, a weapon that is free, ice resistant decrease, but yeah, we have the other one. And then Witch Broom, which is lightning resistant decrease high. All of this, like, as a recap, fire high, lightning high, water high. So three elements that you can have if you unlock one single copy of this weapon. So I have to say that this banner is very good. This banner is very good. I'm tempted to pull on at least one copy simply because of this. Because I could build something similar to this full DPS team, even if it's just one copy, Enfeeble plus lightning resist down, plus physical attack up, it could help these two guys hit like a truck. And also, if I have future water fights or fire fights, I could think about bringing Kite. And I'm saying this because I'm used to be a whale, and I'm like a low spender now. That's why I'm thinking about pulling. But I think the challenge is Cait Sith almost doesn't get any love. And because he almost doesn't get any love, I will strongly recommend skipping this banner, unless, of course, you are Whale of Kraken. If you are a competitive player that wants to do the best for your guild, this weapon is mandatory for this guild fight that just started. Mandatory for this guild fight. I think it's night and day if you have it or not have it. But if you don't care about those things, or if you prefer to save for other elements, then please skip it, because you are going to need all your crystals soon, very soon. And it's really important that we save our crystals. I'm thinking personally of just try to get one copy and see how that could help me. See if that could be better than bringing Aerith because of the Enfeeble. And because Enfeeble could help me in other elements. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. What do you think? What are you going to do with this banner? Are you going to pull? Are you going to skip? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, cheerios. Bye-bye.